What's brackin', y'all? This is Tristan J. Winger, and you're listening to The Alternative.
It's your boy Jahan Jones, and you listen to The Alternative.
What's going on? I'm Mark John Jeffries, and I just wanted to say that you are listening to The Alternative.
Hey, this is Coca Brown, and you're listening to The Alternative with my boy, Melvin Taylor.
What up, world? It's man Melvin Taylor, and we are back right here for another edition of the Alternative Road Podcast, where we're going to be talking to people about, just their journey into becoming who it is that they want to be and their pathway to being able to get there. And I'm glad you guys are here today to be able to listen, as we're still in lockdown for quarantine right now. But don't worry, as long as all y'all still stay inside, we should be okay, hopefully sometime soon. But today I got a very special guest, because my man is actually locked in my hometown while I'm out here on the East Coast, so closer to his hometown. Kind of a crazy situation right now. I got TheHxliday on the phone with me today, man. Holiday, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, bro. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful, man. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking me. Now, I know beforehand we were talking about you got the Pokemon going on deck right now, but can I ask you overall, how's your quarantine been going?
Ever since I got a Switch, I'm not gonna lie, it's been decent. It's like it's almost. I mean, I'm not looking at the quarantine as any bad situation. I'm looking at it as like it just kind of gives me time to chill and like just think about a lot of things, and also just play games and shit, and just kind of having fun with it. Eating a lot of ramen noodles.
Yeah, I definitely understand how all that goes, bro. How was you said it's just kind of give you some time to sit back and reflect on things. Have there been anything specific that's come up that you've been able to reflect on?
Really, it's just been like I've just been listening to like almost like all my music, thinking like what's the best for like what to come with next and everything. Like, it's a lot of music though. Like it's just been I'm not gonna lie to you, it's about like 500 songs. Like just in the vault that I just listened to.
All right, Tupac, I hear you. Damn, like you got like 500 songs waiting in the cut. Okay, bro, I see what you doing over there. Now, what you playing the Switch or whatnot? Has there been any other games that you've been playing as of late, or has it just been the Switch for the past couple days?
We just got the Switch like yesterday, and we just been playing like Luigi's Mansion, Super Smash Bros. I also got a PS4.
Nice. Who on Super Smash Bros. That you've been running with? Don't say Mario.
Really,
please don't say Mario.
Just me and my boy. Me and my boy Z.
Okay.
we just play this shit all day.
Okay, bet. And it looks like by your IG, you've been sneaking outside a couple times, or are those some old pictures?
Yeah. You can't let the virus affect the drip effect, you know what I'm saying?
I got it. Okay, for sure. Gotta make sure to let people know that you still got it out here. No problem. I definitely understand. So, do you got all the essentials that you need for quarantine? I know from doing some research, you should have enough ramen still, as well as some water and some masks, right? You all good over there?
Enough to last for the next couple of months.
Oh, perfect. Do you have? Is it just the chicken ramen? Or do you got some of the beef? Because I know a lot of people don't really mess with the beef ramen. So which one is your favorite?
Well, that's the one I'm sad about that we don't have, because that's my favorite one.
Really?
I got some chicken, some chili, and some shrimp.
Okay, chicken, chili, and the shrimp one. I haven't tried the chili one, but I do got that around here, so I'm gonna have to see about that. Now, speaking of ramen, I know that in your the vlog video that you had on there, which one I want to know, are we gonna get any of the holiday vlogs to come back anytime soon? So that's the first part. The second part is your homie that was making the ramen in the pot that missed the pot. Like, did he learn now to be able to put it in there? Like, is he still missing the pot when he's cooking it?
Yeah, he still be missing the pot, honestly. He doing crazy, dropping in the fire and everything. We be eating like toasted noodles. He goes crazy on the pot now.
Okay, cool. Because I'm like, bro, I'm kind of worried about him at this point. If he's still over here missing, I'm like, dog, we got more than enough time to get this together. I need you to come on, bro. You can do this. We believe in you. But okay. Right. Glad to hear that y'all are all doing good over there. So for a lot of people that don't know you in particular and your style of music, could you just tell me, or tell them specifically, because I know, why is it that you call yourself TheHxliday?
Well, actually, when I started music, I would drop like certain songs around certain holidays and everything. Like if it was Halloween, my songs would be like dark and eerie. If it was like summertime, like July 4th, it would be more like reggae type of vibes. I like to switch the vibes up throughout the whole year, depending on what season it is.
That's an interesting perspective that you got there, especially with having that name and doing that. Is there a particular reason why you figured this would be the best way to go, or was it a way for you to be able to stand out amongst the crowd?
Well, at the time, everybody, when I made my name, everybody coming out, like SoundCloud and all that type of stuff, was named like Lil something. And I was like, I didn't want to be, I'm not saying that's like, a bad thing that they did. It's everyone's name. Right. Everybody has their own opinion. But I just personally wanted to have the one name that kind of stood out, like something that like could stick, something that could be like easy to come off the tongue and everything.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
But I wanted to get creative with it too.
No, for sure, especially seeing it. Like when you think about Holiday the normal way, obviously there's an O instead of an X. So when you see it, it does look intriguing to be like, all right, what am I going to get myself into here while listening to this? No, we saw that also you were recently featured on Kova's song Stars, because the video for that dropped. How did that collaboration come about?
So actually, I saw her account through Instagram, and she wanted me to hop on the song of hers, and I was looking through like pictures and stuff and like music, and she was pretty far. Like I definitely see her going really, really far. And I don't know, I just figured we have like two good voices that would go together.
Oh, that's dope, man. So is there a possibility that we could have maybe some more features coming down the pipeline? Obviously, once all this is over with at some point in time. Easily. Bad. Okay. Glad to hear that. Now, you're originally from Baltimore, right? So I do have to ask, are you a Ravens fan?
I actually am, yep.
Okay,
but
cool.
I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not too into sports, but I am like, I'll support my own team and everything.
Okay.
Because where I'm from in Maryland, it's called Perry Hall. It's like 20 minutes away from Baltimore City. But it's still in Baltimore County, so.
Okay.
We like the Orioles and Ravens and all that.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure. I can't have anybody on here that's like, man, I like the Ravens, so I just wanted to make sure that you wasn't a Steelers guy. Then I was gonna be like, we gonna fight.
Yeah.
Bro. Like we can't.
We don't like the Steelers.
Right. You can't do that at all. So I know you're originally from Beatmore, but what prompted the move over to Chicago?
This is actually where my team is based, so I figured like being over here most of the time would, have me really productive and everything. Like I come back home a lot actually, to visit family and all that. But being out in Chicago, I feel like I work more, especially in LA. Actually, like LA, I work a lot. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. So when you do go back home, does everybody now treat you like the superstar that you're on your way to becoming, being like, oh, look, Holiday back home, like, Yeah, it was pretty crazy last time I was back there. Like, I just wanted to go to, like, a party. Like, usually I always went to my friends' parties and everything, but that time it was like everybody wanted pictures and everything. I was like, damn, okay. Right. It was pretty cool, but, like, yeah, I love back home and everything. So I know everybody back there pretty much. Good. So since you've been in Chicago, and I have obviously no sense of how long you've been there, but with me being from there, I got to ask you this question. Have you had any Harold's Chicken? Have you had any Portillo's? Have you had the deep dish pizza? Like, I need to know that you've been doing the right things while you've been there, obviously before quarantine started. Hey, bro, I had all three. Okay. All three. Good. I'm put on to the city's food. Good. Hey, good. Do you like TBK? Have you ever been there? It's around Greektown. I've been there once. I do enjoy it. I got to go back again to have it a second time to like solidify it. You know what I mean? Yeah. TBK is bro. I think the quesadillas are crazy. Yeah, they certainly are good. It's one of the
few spots, because I'm originally from the south side of the city, so it's one of the few spots that when I'm traveling up around downtown or on the north, I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? Y'all got decent food up here. Like, this is cool. This is cool. Now, we were talking a second ago about you being back home, and I kind of wanted to hone in on that with you being so young at the time that you decided to start music. So what was that choice, or what was that process for you when you said, you know what, this is exactly what I want to do as a career?
Well, it was like, you know, it's funny, it started in school because it was like a audition for like a solo in one of our performances for the school. And there's literally one solo, and it was for the song called Glory by John Legend. And so nobody was actually like auditioning for that spot. But then like I realized, I was like, I can sing pretty decently. Like, I'll try to give this a try a little bit, because, you know, from growing up and being around like my mom that was like around in a band and everything, watching her perform and all that, I always had like melodies in my head and could like sing the stuff that, you know what I mean, just sing any music that she always put on. So like when I had that, you know, chance to actually get into a solo for an audition or whatever, it was like, I don't know. At first I was like iffy about it. Yeah. Then I just did it. I don't know. Someone just told me to do it.
Nice.
But it's funny because the next day after I auditioned in the class, you know, I wasn't in for it yet, but I went home and made my first song like ever, and it was like a remake of Glory by John Legend. And then I came back the next day and I showed the whole class the song, and I showed the teacher too, and she was like, "Wow." She was just like, "Yeah, you definitely have to do this."
Now I gotta ask you, where is this remix at? We need to hear this at some point in time. Like, I want to listen to this now.
I have it privated on my SoundCloud, but I promise you after this interview, I'll go on my SoundCloud and make it public so you can see it.
There we go. I definitely want to hear this, and I also got to follow up and ask: is there video of you singing at this talent show? Because I know somebody got it somewhere.
Yeah, there's definitely videos, and I got to get them from everybody, but there's definitely videos.
Cool. Glad to hear this video. Save it for the documentary that you do in like 3 years. Like just save it for the end when you like, oh, I'm going to Coachella. Here's a documentary about everywhere that I've been so far. So like let's just hold on to it for that. But
reach the arena goal.
Now we talking. Now, at 13, after you made this like Glory remix, right? And because you said that your mom was in a band, and from what I remember reading up about you is that not only was she in the band, but she was also still doing performances while pregnant with you. And then as you were growing up, like you would see her rehearsing, so you were kind of born into this and everything. But you know, being at such a young age, you have so many other things that you could do. You could go and maybe like act in something. You could go, and I know you said you weren't super big into sports, but you could have gone to play sports. Like, how much of an influence did your mom doing music have on you also saying, I'm going to go this route?
Almost pretty much 99% of it, because, you know what I mean, like seeing her perform and everything in front of people. And I don't remember all the shows because I was so young whenever I went to them, but I do specifically remember going to one of them and just seeing like the reaction from the crowd to her and everything. Was like, wow. Yeah. And like, cause it was just, you know, it made everything seem like positive when she was performing and everything. And I like that feeling. So when I like also watched her perform in the basement and everything, I would just like go over, try the drums and everything, try to sing on the mic, you know, and it was just kind of funny, but I like doing it and giving stuff a try and everything. But she also played like a lot of artists around me too growing up, like Green Day, My Chemical Romance, like a lot of alternative rock and pop and everything, and that kind of just stuck in my head. That's all the melodies and everything. Now it's really easy for me to create melodies.
That's dope that you were able to get like a leg up. Yeah.
It was definitely interesting watching growing up and everything.
Yeah, no, that's awesome that you were able to, like, because at times it takes people time, in a sense, to be able to understand how to put a song together, how to write a melody, what type of melody they want to vibe with, to be able to curate. And the fact that you're able to get that early on is setting a good foundation for a lot of what you're able to do today. Since you brought up Green Day and My Chemical Romance, and I know that you mentioned Linkin Park before, what's your favorite Linkin Park song?
No. That's
no? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. What about Green Day?
Green Day. I don't really think I have a favorite song for that.
Okay. No problem at all.
Green Day. I know from My Chemical Romance, it's Black Parade.
That's my favorite from My Chemical Romance too. I still go back and watch the video from time to time because that's fire. Yeah,
that video is insane. I definitely want to show Amara something someday with a video like that.
Well, we can sure see that happening, especially with the pathway in which you're going on already. So it's only a matter of time. Now, getting back to making the music and your mom specifically, how does she feel about the music that you're making currently?
She loves it. That's all she listens to back home. It's funny because every time we drive somewhere or something like that, the first thing she'll put on is she'll just turn on my music. And she has all the unreleased music too, so it's just funny because she knows the words to them already.
Nice. So if I go back on the holiday subreddit and somebody's like, "Oh, it's a leak," I can be like, "Oh, that's his mom right there," because she she's the only one that's got all the unreleased songs. Okay. I'm gonna make sure to follow that person.
She used the Instagram too. So
did she? Okay.
I hope she doesn't start taking videos of the songs and just having them leaked. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be hilarious. Her just on live. Yeah, I'm just playing my song, and they're like, "Mom, the song not out yet. You can't do this."
Yeah, it's gonna happen one of these days.
Okay, now I gotta find her on Reddit and I gotta find her on IG. Got it. Okay, making sure I keep notes on that. So when you talked about after you showed everybody at school the remix that you did to Glory, and then you said, "You know what, this is what I want to do," what prompted the decision to start doing homeschooling? Why not stay in school and continue to kind of get that feedback immediately from people after you created something?
Well, actually, that's the thing, is I started in middle school. That's when I did the audition. And when I got around to high school, I was smart at school and everything, and I had good grades. And but at one point, it was just downhill because I wasn't really showing up to school because I would stay back at home almost every day just to make music or something. So it really took a toll on my grades, obviously, and attendance, and eventually the school, they had to talk with us and everything, and they just kind of decided that it's best to put me on a homeschooling program and everything, and it worked too. It worked, but I haven't finished it yet because the program that I had, it's if you leave it for 3 days, untouched, it'll just restart you all the way to the start of the program. And obviously with me leaving to Chicago a lot and everything, that wasn't really helpful.
Yeah.
So it's I mean, I'm gonna get it done for sure though. I'm gonna finish school for sure.
Good.
The one thing I always say, in interviews and everything, is for my fans and all that, is never think about just leaving school for no reason. I personally left because I knew exactly what I wanted, and I'm still trying my hardest to get exactly where I want to be. And I know I'm gonna get there. That's why I'm keeping that mentality for it.
Good. Glad to hear that you're doing that, and also glad to hear that at some point, after you attain the status that you need to, that you're going to be able to go back and finish that as well, because we all know how important education is to being able to succeed in anything it is that you want to do. So, getting into the music that you actually have out available for everybody to listen to right now, and that Mom Isn't Leaking, Enemy turned out to be the one song that took off and started putting a lot of people on TheHxliday. What do you think connected with your audience for that song specifically to blow up so big?
I think it's the meaning behind the song is something everybody can relate to, honestly. And because before that, I was, I always dropped, I always made relatable music, but at that point, it's funny because that's when I really experienced an actual, like, you know, problem with one of my exes and everything. So right after that situation, I went and made that song. And I feel like, you know, songs that are really from, like, within the moment that you make and everything, people are going to tell. Like, people are going to, you know, hear that. And people can really relate to it, the things you say. And, like, melody-wise for me, I don't know. I just feel like it was like a true song, you know, a true song, like actual experience and everything. Everybody can relate to it.
Yeah, definitely understand that. It even took me back to some places where I was like, man, hold on, bro, you making me feel like Drake at 2 a.m., bro. What you doing to me right now? I don't want to feel these feelings. Leave me alone. Hey, come on now, bro. Don't do this to me. Now, what's your process for writing songs? Is there a certain formula that you have, or is it more like once you hear the music, you kind of get a feeling to it and then begin writing? Because I know that people have different processes for how they ultimately achieve what we hear.
I listen to beats like every day, and I listen for the right ones of those, like certain beats that are gonna like really feel like an actual moment, you know what I mean? And actually, the writing process, I freestyle almost all my songs. Some songs I'll write like four bars down. You know, if it's like really something I want to remember, like I really want to remember, because I kind of just go off the head, like I just pretty much say anything and then make a song out of it. I do structure my songs though, like very organized. Like I have a specific formula, but I do freestyle. Okay,
awesome. Glad to hear it. Just going back real quick to Enemy as well, because it's something that now I wish I would have asked then, but we still got time, so I'm gonna ask you now. Does that ex know that you made that song about them?
Yeah, she does. Yeah, it's funny because like in the song I said, when she hear this song, she'll be so mad. And it's just funny that I said that because right when the song came out, she instantly hit me up and was like, "Wow, this is." She said, "Wow, this is what we're doing now."
Oh man, you're like, "Hey man, look. Yeah, this is what we doing now, and I appreciate you giving me the formula for all these hits. Like, thank you so much. This is helping me a lot." Now,
I don't know if you realize, but she's actually in the beginning of almost all my songs. Because I have a tag on every song that goes like, "It's the holiday" up in this like whoop whoop whoop, and then I also have another one that's like, "I am the holiday." That's actually her voice from.
Wow, that's crazy. No, I didn't know that. See, now she's always attached. Every time she listens, she gonna hear it. That's on her, bro. Oh, well.
Yeah, literally, every time she hears a song, she just knows. She's like, "Wow, I did this."
Yeah, she's like, "I did this to me," and you just like, "Yes, you did. Yes, you did. 100%." Now we saw that we got the teaser for the "Save Me" video. What prompted "Save Me" while you were writing? Like, was that a moment that you had where you put that together? Like, what's the inspiration?
That was actually around the same time.
Bro, she done gave me.
Yeah, bro, I promise you, half the songs you'll ever hear from me is a story about us. Like, it's crazy. I have about 3 main exes that I talk about in my music, but she is most of them, like almost all of them. And "Save Me" was around that time where I just kind of felt like I didn't. It was around a time where I feel like I didn't want to really talk to anybody and like trust anybody type of thing. It just kind of made me like really isolated. So at that time, I made that song just sitting in my room, and I was just in the moment. I didn't expect it to be like a pop sounding song though, which is crazy.
Okay. So then was it when you heard because I know you said you started writing to the beats. Was it when you heard the beats you were like, "Oh, this is the perfect way to be able to get it out," or did it just kind of happen and it ultimately turned out to be what we got?
Yeah, and it's funny. That's another one I actually freestyled too. I just went in and just started recording.
Jeez, dude, you are incredible. Just out here freestyling, just letting it go. That's insane. Now, is there a certain date that we're gonna get the "Save Me" video?
Not a certain date yet, but most certainly in the next about a week, maybe week and a half.
Week and a
or
half.
two,
Okay.
possibly two, because I have an interview with Lyrical coming out right before. So once that interview comes out, you'll know it's like right around the corner.
Okay. Perfect. Let me make sure to put that on my calendar so I can go ahead and break that video down on my YouTube when it pops out. Okay. Got it. Now, speaking of Lyrical Lemonade, I know that you have that interview coming out relatively soon, but you also were telling me a little bit earlier that you are formulating an album idea. Could you care to speak a bit more about that? Because I don't want to jump too far ahead. I would love to just hear what it is that you have to say about what you're putting together right now.
Well, it's funny. I just actually explained, like, you know, the problems like my ex I told you about and everything. And this first album is gonna be like, I guess you could say that whole story and kind of just sum it up. That way, you know, the next project I can move on and talk about, you know, the next situation that really had me messed up and everything. So this album is like it's like a story altogether, and I'm calling it Dead Life. It's like a play on words, and it's like, you know, like the play on words about like dead and life and everything. And it's funny because I actually dyed my hair specifically, you know, for the meaning behind it. Like I have green and red dread. I have green dreads and one red dread, right? And like the green dreads, they symbolize life, and the red dread symbolizes like death and everything. And what that means is like a part inside of me is kind of dead, and like the green dreads just symbolize like life coming back, because I feel like I'm actually finally moving on and everything from that situation. But regardless, it's always going to be that, like, you know, one bit of memory and everything. So that's what I'm putting into this album. I'm just putting a lot of thought into this album, that's all. And I don't really have a specific release date or anything for it, but I'm putting an idea together.
Okay. And then again, you said it's called, just to make sure I heard it correctly, Dead Love. Is that what it's called?
Dead Life.
Dead Life. Got it. Okay. Dead Life. I'm glad that you brought that up, because that was a question that I had for later, because I saw your tweet about your dreads. So I'm glad that you were able to clear that up for me right now. Thank you for that.
Yep. It's funny because actually, like, a lot of the fans and everything, they catch on to that without me even telling them, which is crazy. Like, I don't know, they just do this stuff.
Yeah, they do. I mean, you certainly have a very loyal fan base that wants to hear what it is that you have to say. And it's an amazing thing to be able to see you have cultivated that so far, and especially at such a young age, how you're able to influence people. It's an amazing thing, and I'm glad that you're doing it. Now, when we talk about the EP, Broken Halls, so where did the name come from?
So my hometown in Maryland, remember I said it's called Perry Hall. So that's actually where I went through all the situations that I went through, and anything that, you know, I remember, like anything like from my early days and everything, from girlfriend experiences to friend experiences and everything. And that's just kind of where I grew up and learned everything I know. So I called it Broken Halls because that's exactly where I experienced first heartbreaks and everything.
Wow, incredible. Okay. Broken Halls. Is there one song off of the Broken Halls EP? And again, it could be any of the songs that we talked about so far already, right? Is there, when you think of Broken Halls, is there one specific song that just immediately pops into your head where you're like, this is the one song that just accurately depicts everything that I went through around that point in time?
Broken Memories.
And why that one?
It's just like it's me saying, like, I just don't want to forget or lose, you know, most of the things that made me who I am.
Got it.
And that's how I just kind of felt like about when I was in the mode of making it and everything.
No, makes sense. Makes sense completely. Can I ask you, with your music videos, right? It seems as if the visuals match up with your music so well, and it's also enhancing your storytelling ability with your music. Why do you think the visuals are able to stand out and attract people Is it because of how dynamic they are? Is it like a process that you guys go through beforehand to ensure that they uphold the artistic value that you have? Like, talk to me a little bit about the music video process that you guys have.
Yeah, I like to have like a little bit of like, you know, like say into each video that I do and everything. Like have a little, like put something, you know, in it that I know that can relate to people. Like I do a lot of music to aim at people like in my age group and everything, but I have realized that it's kind of just been, you know, like everywhere from ages low to like high and everything. So I really just like throw things in that will relate to us and everything. And with the videos and all, it's like, it's just a lot of thought process that goes into it, something that can actually depict that, like the scenario of the song and everything.
Okay, and I'm sure that's like yeah. Please go ahead.
No, I was just saying like how messages is. It's like I love that concept so much.
And what was the process in you and the team putting that together?
Really, a lot of time it's just, you know, like directors hit us up and everything, and we just want to plan something, put something together, and then just get it out as soon as possible.
Okay, awesome. Now I know that with your videos as well, you got a you know, just somebody that most people maybe heard of before, named Cole Bennett, that works from time to time on some of the videos too, right? How did that connection initially begin, and how much value do you think he's able to bring over to your music videos?
A lot of value, because he's really, really creative. Like he'll listen to your ideas and also like throw a lot of his ideas in there, and it makes something like magic. It makes something crazy. But you know what I mean? I feel like I really do feel like me and Cole are gonna be a dynamic duo in videos, honestly, like down the road, because we want to like put together stories and everything throughout them. And I just feel like, and the way we met, I'm sorry, I forgot you asked that first, but
it's okay, no worries.
Like it was through Brent, you know Brent Rambo, the producer.
I've heard the name for sure, yeah.
He's, you know, showing my music to another member on the team, Lil Jake, and Lil Jake really he was really feeling the music and everything. And so, you know, he reached out to me and everything, and obviously we came together and he showed Cole my music, and Cole really vibed with it. He was really vibing with Mistakes at first when we first met, so we wanted to get that as our first video.
Dope, because when I watched it, I was like, not only does this like stand out, as I mentioned before, that a lot of your videos do. When you was sitting on the hill and had the like girl/person/creature hugging you, I was like, what in the hell is going on right now, bro? I was like, this is some off the wall. Like, I just want to be a fly in a room where y'all coming up with these ideas, because this is crazy. This is crazy.
Right, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely I was laughing when I first saw the creature, but Cole went crazy on the drawing.
No, he did, man. He's a phenomenal director, and like you said before, I can certainly see y'all becoming quite the tandem and a dynamic duo, just as you guys continue to both get better at your crafts. Now, I'm not going to keep you for too much longer. I do got a couple more questions for you, though, before we do wrap you up out of here. Cool?
Let's go.
Great. So the first thing would be, do you have any advice for artists who are looking to put their music out there and for their music to be heard? Whether that being, should they put it on SoundCloud, should they put it on YouTube, TuneCore, DistroKid, or should it just be everywhere? What advice do you have for them?
I would say for them to get their music on every possible platform that they can, because like, you know what I mean, when people stream music and everything, it could be from anywhere and any site really. So, you know, people can come across your music and you never know who could come across your music. So I think it's smart to just get it everywhere you can. Personally, I started off on SoundCloud, but once I found out about, you know, like a program called TuneCore, I just started putting it everywhere I could. But I definitely think they shouldn't like rush anything. Just have a nice like a natural gravitation of like audience and everything. And like for me, it took a little while, but like once I started getting really like consistent, right? Mm-hmm. Once I started getting really consistent with like dropping on SoundCloud and everything, and like iTunes, right stuff and all that, I started to gain like a lot of like people on Instagram at first, because I remember starting off around like we had around like 1,000 followers and everything, and then I started dropping on all the platforms, and I kept gaining. I got up to like 5,000, and then I dropped some like a cover on SoundCloud called Power Glide. It was like a cover of Power Glide from Racial Words.
Ah, nice, yeah.
It was just going crazy, like I never promoted it or anything. I just left it there and just went crazy. And then they started going to all my other like streaming services and everything.
Okay,
so
that's perfect.
It was a nice like little process, but I definitely think they should start off like with everything.
Okay, dope. Glad to hear that. So, ladies and gentlemen that's out there listening, make sure you put your music everywhere. And it doesn't hurt if you can do a cover and you can do it damn well, because I'm sure people wouldn't have been checking had that Power Glide cover not been good. So make sure y'all take all the advice that y'all can get right now. Now, I know that also with you being able to put together melodies and put together songs and structure them the way that you do, right? At some point in time, you're going to write for other artists. Why? Just because I know that you're that good. Now, if, say, for example, the music gods came down from the sky and was like, the holidays, Corona quarantine, you got time, I need you to give us 5 artists, any artist in the world right now that you could write songs for, who would those 5 artists be?
Does it necessarily have to be all the live artists, or could it be?
They can be any 5 you want. Let's do it that way. They can be any 5. I mean, the gods of music came down, so they can pull somebody back if they need to. Any 5 you want.
I really want to write for. I feel like I could write a nice song for Playboy Cardi.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely do. Okay. Rihanna.
Okay.
I would love to write a song for Rihanna.
Okay. I see you in your Party Next Door move. All right. Let's keep it going. I see you.
Well, I'm thinking. Oh, you can call me. You can still hear me? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
My bad.
Yep.
Somebody was calling my phone, but what did I say? I said Playboy Cardi, Rihanna.
Mhm.
Definitely Trippie Redd.
Nice.
Justin Bieber.
You said one more time who?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Dope.
And Paramore.
Oh, very nice. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna be praying to the God's music that they come down to make this happen, because I want to hear all these collaborations at this point. It seems like a really, really good list right here. Okay, cool. Last thing really, since we got the one question out the way early on. I know that you dropped this before, and I just want to bring it up one more time, just because it's I can't wait for these to come out, right? You said that you have a couple things that are in the pipeline from working with Cowboy and working with The Baby. Now, now my
the Baby one, it's a Lil Baby.
Oh, excuse me, Lil Baby. I'm sorry. Now, are we going to be getting these at some point in time during quarantine, during 2020, or is these 2021s are we going to be hearing about at some point in time?
It's definitely going to be, it's going to be for the summer. I promise you that.
It's going to be for the summer. Okay.
It's going to heat up the summer.
Okay, it's going to heat up the summer. All right, we're going to need it, because when everybody go back outside, bro, it's going to get crazy.
You got to start staying clean, so that we can get out this summer.
Right, man. Look, I need everybody, especially you out there, since you out there showing your drip. Make sure everybody's cool and then we gonna be good so we can get outside to hear these songs, man.
I'll just take pictures from inside now.
Okay, cool. You know, just do it by the window and hit the different angles and play with the lighting. I'm sure you can make that work. It's appreciated. It's appreciated for sure. Man, Holiday, bro, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much for this, man.
Thank you for having me here, for real.
Oh, no problem. No problem. And next time you go ahead, what was you about to say?
No, I was just saying, you did.
Oh, yeah. Next time you find yourself in New York, I definitely got to bring you on the radio show and up to the radio station when you work your way here.
Of course, bro. I'll be more than please come through.